Welcome back. This past weekend, our community came together for a fundraiser aiming to make our neighborhoods safer. Among the activists involved was Selwyn Jones, the uncle of George Floyd. I'm so happy that you can be here with me.
Hello, how are you doing, Alexis?
Oh, my
Thank you
goodness.
for having me. Thank you.
Of course. So let's talk about the event real quick. I mean, this was so interesting, trading gun violence in for hoops. Talk to me about this.
Shoe hoops, not guns. And unfortunately, as I'm sitting here listening at you, I've heard of 4 incidents that happened in the last 48 hours. And this is what impactful events like that can do. We can change the narratives. Instead of shooting people, instead of hurting people, athletics is always a universal language, and everybody loves games. Well, this is a game and an opportunity to have numerous young men there, numerous young ladies there, learning a skill and learning negotiation skills.
Oh, absolutely. And it's community building at its finest. We talk about that a lot here. I want to get your perspective on a couple of things for the short time that I have you. It's been nearly 5 years since, what happened to George Floyd happened. We still see the square, so many people still talking about it. How have these last nearly 5 years been for you?
Busy. We have channeled grief and activism. And I've been all over the country having conversations like this, having conversations that we were unable to have before, I call it the day, that George Floyd changed the world. Unity is what got those police officers arrested. Unity is what created change. And that change, had there been enough? No. But we're still continuing to have laws, handling some issues that we have not been able to control. There's new rules and regulations of how you come into contact with suspects. So it's been a mission. It's been a journey, and it's going to continue to be a journey because our job is to take a horrific situation and make a light at the end of that, right? At the end of that tunnel. And that's what we've been doing, is just trying to make an impact and a difference.
If I had called Uncle Selwyn when it first happened, what would you have said you wanted? And if I talk to you now, do you still want that same thing?
I would have been madder than heck. I was madder than heck. But I've been madder than heck for the last 58 years because of how people of color gets treated. I grew up in the rural South, so there's different rules. And now we're changing that narrative because I want everybody to live in the same rules, to have the same opportunities, whether it's in peace or war, because without change, there's no hope. Without hope, there's no change. So we're just trying to create something that is going to make an impact in this world to make this a better place.
I grew up in a household where we had lots of kitchen table conversations, even at early ages, right? For anybody tonight, when they have their kitchen table conversation, what do you hope that they talk about to make a brighter future?
Respect. Respect people as if you want to be respected. Have negotiation skills. Treat people as if you want to be treated. And that's one of the big issues I found today. People don't have a lot of respect. People don't want to treat people as if they're equal. And not everybody comes there with a very short time to make a difference in this world. Why not make a bigger impact before we came?
I love that.
Because we've been through some hard times as us being people of color and just people in general. So I got really a couple of things I really would love to say. Please vote. Your vote counts.
And of course, we'll be continually covering that. Thank you so much for sharing this space with us. And thank you so much for joining us for KARE 11 News at noon. Remember to be encouraged. We'll see you again tomorrow.